Love this podcast? Support this show through the Acast supporter feature. It's up to you how much you give, and there's no regular commitment. Just click the link in the show description to support now.
Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
They win the final game 5-2 to remain the baseball champions of the world. The Yankees, with this 9-0 crusher, have won their 17th World Series.
The Yankees again are world champions.
The Yankees win their 21st World Series.
The Yankees are champions of baseball.
Ball game over. World Series over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
The Yankees are back on top. World champions for the 27th time.
Welcome back, Yankee fans. This is the Chase for 28 podcast. You're listening to episode number 88. My name is Chris, and I am joined here in the wintertime again by the podcast Padre. What's up, Pop?
I don't know. But things are finally happening. Got things to talk about.
We do have a lot to talk about.
A lot to talk about. We predicted it. We said we'll be back on the 13th, and here we are. We predicted it. Now, you know what we win? Nothing.
Now, we forgot to talk about something big in the last episode.
What?
Dave Sims as John Sterling's replacement. We didn't talk about that.
So basically, you just said Dave Sims is Sterling's replacement.
Yeah.
I guess that wraps that up.
There you go. That's baseball, Susan.
That's baseball.
All right. Yeah. So since the last episode, a lot has happened, but everything we wanted so far has happened. And it started with that first move of the Yankees not being able to re-sign Juan Soto. So Juan Soto is a Met.
When that first happened, I just turned around and I looked at your dear mother and I said, there's one game I have to watch on TV this year. I got to go someplace where it's on TV. And that's the first game at Yankee Stadium in the Subway Series.
Circle May 16th on your calendar.
Boy, is he going to get welcomed.
Oh, it's going to... on TV, they might have to do a lot of this. Oh, no, it didn't work. Oh, wait, we'll try it again. Here we go.
Yes. Well, I got to tell you, there's another teacher in my building who has season tickets. He buys a plan every year. Big Yankee fan. And I was talking to him the other day, and he said he couldn't believe, the way the fans reacted to Soto and the way Soto reacted to the fans in Yankee Stadium. He said, like everybody else goes out, they clap, they'll cheer Judge. Judge will throw him a ball and whatnot. Soto would actually go over to the wall during the inning if there was a lull, and he'd be signing autographs and talking to the fans. He says he couldn't believe what he was seeing, the way Soto and the fans were getting along out there. And, for $5 million, he went to the Mets.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if we got all the specifics of the contract and whatnot, the way they were shaped. I mean, he got $75 million signing bonus from the Mets. And after the option, after 5 years, then all of a sudden the salary increases. So what is it? The total contract could be worth $805 million, something like that.
With the incentives, yeah. I mean, the bottom line. I mean, there were all sorts of stories, talking about the Yankees wouldn't just give him a suite, or there was a problem earlier in the year with his chef, or family and security, and just here's the bottom line: he signed with the team that offered him the most money. Yeah. I got teachers I work with, and they're like, so what do you think? He's a Met. You upset? And there's a guy I work with, he's a Met fan. And I said, enjoy him. I said, but know this. If Pittsburgh offered him $805 million and $1, he'd be a Pirate.
Yep. Yeah. It was true. You were hoping there was some kind of loyalty or whatever, but in the end, he just went for the most money, and that's that. But as you and I said way back when, I'd almost rather see the Yankees not put all that money into him, because then who knows what else they would have been able to do. now they've got that money, and that's what we'll be talking about during this episode, that they're starting to use that money and buying the contracts, free agents, and making trades and trying to fill in the holes. Who knows what they would have done if they had signed him, how they would have filled those holes.
Yeah, no, we said in the last episode, so if you're a new listener and didn't listen, we did not really want them to sign him because we thought long term that would just cause too many problems for this roster.
Yeah.
And by him going to the Mets, and we're not going to talk about it for much longer until probably that first game of the Subway Series, this allows the Yankees to put Judge back in right field, so he doesn't have to play center field. He can go back to being a Gold Glove right fielder. They can put somebody else in center field. They can go out and get a center fielder. They can bring up Jason Dominguez, which I think they should do, and give him the Volpe treatment.
Give him the Volpe treatment. Yep. Stick him out there. Say, go play.
There you go. Let's see what happens. And the only reason he comes out of the lineup is for some reason he gets hurt. But other than that, he's 21 years old, 22, 20. Go out and play baseball, kid.
Yep. That's how old Mantle was when they just stuck him out there. So let him go.
Yeah. So important moves, and we'll kind of go around the winter meetings towards the end of the episode, but obviously let's focus on the Yankees. So Soto signs with the Mets, and the Yankees fire back. See, this is how important the trivia questions are to me. All right, so let's do the trivia because you just literally waved it in my face. All right, our trivia question from the last episode was, name the 4 other Yankee players who, in the same season, you had a Yankee win the MVP and another Yankee win Rookie of the Year. That's happened 4 other times because this year it was Judge and Heel.
Correct.
All right.
Okay.
Nobody called in. Nobody sent an email. Nobody sent a tweet. Nobody sent a DM. What's the answer?
All right. 1951. Berra won the MVP, and that was Mantle's first year. Gil McDougald won Rookie of the Year. Go figure. 1954. Yogi Berra won the MVP again. Bob Grimm was the Rookie of the Year.
Wait, what year?
1954.
Okay.
1957. Mickey Mantle was the MVP. Tony Kubek was the Rookie of the Year. And the last one, 1962, Mickey Mantle again. Rookie of the Year, Tommy Tresh. So Berra and Mantle both won the MVP twice, and then the rookies were McDougald, Grimm, Kubek, and Tresh.
Now, since you just went through and mentioned all of those old-time Yankees, and that's in the certainly the heyday of the Bronx Bombers, just take a second here and acknowledge former Yankee who passed away. Didn't spend a lot of time with the Yankees, but in 1968, Rocky Colavito was a member of the New York Yankees, and Rocky Colavito passed away this week.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Okay.
Do you remember Rocky as a player?
I remember him. Yeah, they got him from his best years were with the Cleveland Indians. So they got him more near the end of his career, but he was one of those guys where you talk about he had a rifle for an arm in right field. He actually, in the blowout games, he'd come in and pitch.
One thing I was listening to said he had an arm and he could throw.
Yeah. Yeah, he was good. He was right-handed batter. Like I said, it was near the end of his career. He was with the Yankees, but
his last season in the major leagues at age 34 was with the Yankees. He came from the Dodgers.
It's amazing how the players in those days, they really didn't take care of themselves like they do today, where you just said his last year was when he was 34.
Yeah. Imagine.
Yeah, Mantle's last year, he was 36.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't do what the play. Well, back then when the season ended, they went and they got a job.
That's true. Didn't like Phil Rizzuto and Yogi Berra own a bowling alley?
Yeah. Yeah, they had to make money. They didn't make money like today. They're lucky they made like $40,000.
What kind of contracts would those actual legends and generational talents get?
Well, I think I told you once in a past episode, they asked Joe DiMaggio once, what kind of contract do you think you'd sign today if you played? And he said, I'd knock on Steinbrenner's door and say, hi, partner.
Oh, yeah. All right. So we will have another trivia question for you towards the end of this episode. And as always, voicemail, email, tweet, Instagram, you can answer the question and we'll give you a shout out. All right. So the Yankees respond to the Juan Soto move the very next day, and they go out and they sign lefty pitcher from the Atlanta Braves, Max Fried, 8 years, $218 million, the largest contract for a left-handed pitcher in Major League history. Your hot take.
Well, what is it? It was either us or Boston, and Boston went to 7 years, so the Yankees had to go the extra year. So they couldn't let that one get away. I mean, he comes highly regarded.
Highly regarded. He is he's an 8-year Major League veteran.
Yeah.
All with Atlanta.
All I heard on the radio was, of course, like on the fan, they're all Met fans, and they were like, thank God he's in the American League, and he's a Met killer, and they don't have to see him anymore. So since I really don't know anything about him, I'm going to guess he's a good pitcher.
Let me tell you a little bit about Max Fried. So he is 6'4", left-handed, 190 pounds. He will turn 31 on January 18th. He was a rookie in 2017 with Atlanta and made his debut at age 23. He was an all-star in 2022, and he was an all-star for the Braves last year. He has, let's see, I'll give you last year. He was 11-10, 3.25 ERA, 174 innings pitched. What else you want to know?
The one game you and I went to against Atlanta, did he pitch?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
But, I mean, I think he's a good left-handed pitcher.
Yeah.
Which is good because we just traded a left-handed pitcher today.
Well, right away they said he's like number 2 right behind Cole.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he's got a career WAR of 3.5, whatever the hell that means.
Yeah, they got all the new stats. Got to read up on him one day.
He is 73-36 in his career, and he has a career ERA of 3.07. 168 good. Games, 151 starts.
Okay.
In his whole career, I don't think he's pitched as much as that one guy we talked about a couple weeks ago.
No. There'll never be another.
He's only in his career he's pitched 884 in the third innings, 863 strikeouts.
That guy we talked about did that in a week.
Yeah. So I mean, here's what you have to look forward to. You are going to see this guy get his 100th career victory with the Yankees. You are going to see him get his 1,000th strikeout with the Yankees and his 1,000th inning. But basically, you're going to see the rest of his career in pinstripes.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, they have a good starting 5 rotation. Barring injuries and whatnot, we got five decent pitches. Hopefully, Heel wasn't a flash in the pan. He just continues to develop. Schmidt has a full season this year. Rodon pitches halfway decent. We got 5 good pitches.
6 if you count Stroman, who is still on the roster.
Yeah, I don't know how long that's going to last, but for now he's here.
Brian Cashman has to be in the kitchen cooking something because, again, we got some other moves to talk about because the Yankees can't be done. But there was an under-the-radar move that I am very excited about, also in the pitching department. Do you know what it is?
Not the one today.
No, before today.
Before today.
This was yesterday. Came out late.
Go ahead.
The Yankees this is not confirmed, and I don't have money information, but it is being reported that the Yankees have signed Jonathan Loaizaga to a 1 year.
Right. Yes.
A 1 year deal with a club option for a second. Deals have not been confirmed or disclosed.
I am very glad they've done that because there's just too many guys in the past that, their contract ended. They had to go get Tommy John surgery, and the Yankees didn't sign them. They came back and they were fine.
Or better.
A la Evaldi with the Rangers now.
Who re-signed with Texas.
Yes. So I'm just glad they finally are giving one of their own that second chance. And actually, they're talking about him coming back a little sooner. I didn't think he's going to be ready for like the middle of the season.
They said April.
But yeah, they said April. So, all right, let's go. Johnny Lasagna, let's go.
Let's do it. Yeah, so that is obviously a very exciting move. And that certainly just adds to the strength of the bullpen. And I was feeling good about the bullpen before today.
Yeah. Today it got a little bit better.
Today it got a lot better as the Yankees continue to wheel and deal, as the title of this episode tells you. Today, the Yankees traded Nestor Cortez, Caleb Durbin, who was projected to be the starting second baseman on opening day, and some money to the Milwaukee Brewers for their closer, Devin Williams.
Yeah.
Let's get to know Devin Williams. He is 6'2", 193 pounds. Where's his birthday on baseballreference.com? It is not here. He does not have a birthday.
September 21st.
September 21st. How old is he? Oh, he will be 30.
He will be 30. No, he just turned 30.
Okay, so he just turned 30. All right.
Yeah, he was born in 94. He just turned 30.
Okay. So his whole career has been with the Brewers. He was Rookie of the Year in 2020 in the NL. He was an All-Star in 2022 and 2023 with the Brewers. And last year, let's see, important numbers. Last year, his ERA was 1.25.
Right.
He was 1-0. He had 14 saves in 21 2/3 innings. He didn't really pitch much this year.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Games pitched 22, yeah.
Let's go back to 2023, where he pitched in 61 games, 58 2/3 innings, had 49 saves. There we go.
There you go.
So he is a big time acquisition. And it was Brian Cashman was doing some interviews today, and he commented that this is somebody he's had his eye on for a few years to try and acquire.
I'll give you a good stat I see on him. Career blown saves, 10.
Nice.
That's a month for Holmes.
Yeah. Who, again, was it announced that he was signing with the Mets in our last episode?
No, that they're going to make him a starter. God bless him.
Yeah. So the Mets signed Clay Holmes. They're going to turn him into a starting pitcher. Good luck.
Yeah. Have fun. And they got Frankie Montas. I'm telling you, it's like the Yankees, Queens over there.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So obviously, thank you to Nestor Cortez. The last year and a half, you've been horrendous. Basically, after you appeared in the All-Star game, injuries, the magic wore off.
Yeah, magic did wear off. Yep.
But certainly he inspired wiffle ball pitchers everywhere with funky moves. There were times I play old man arc softball, as you know, and I'm the pitcher, where I've done Nestor Cortez-like pauses in my old man arc pitching thing to try and throw people off balance from a 6'12" arc.
I'm sure you really fooled them.
It's worked on a couple people. More I do it just to amuse myself.
Yes.
So I'll continue to do that on Sundays this spring. Interesting, though, to see Caleb Durbin, who was the Arizona Fall League MVP, and for all intents and purposes, the team even came out and said it was his job to lose to be the starting second baseman on opening day this April.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, I mean, you got to give up something to get somebody. And if you're talking about somebody who was Rookie of the Year and was an All-Star twice, you got to give them something. And you're only going to give them something if you got something else hidden up your sleeve. So, yeah, okay, he was projected to be the starting second baseman, but okay, we were willing to give him up. So that means there is that, that plan B, C, D, E, or whatever they're up to now. Is there another second baseman they're looking at? Is there Chisholm going a second and they're looking at a third baseman? Time will tell. We shall see.
Here's a couple of things that I think could happen, and we might be along the same lines here. I think this will definitely cement Jazz Chisholm moving to second base, and I think this opens the door for the Yankees to sign. I don't know if this is going to be a great move, but I think this opens them to potentially signing Alex Bregman to play third base.
Yeah.
And what I saw on social media today was not only should the Yankees sign Alex Bregman, but they should make him wear number 22 and play third base. And I think the Yankees are still interested in acquiring Cody Bellinger, and I think he will be your left fielder.
Well, the interesting thing about Bellinger is before the Cubs went out and traded for Kyle Tucker, who's the guy I wanted, but that'll be next November when we go after him as a free agent.
Yes. You're always predicting the November podcasts.
The November podcast. The drawback was that the Cubs were asking for the Yankees to pick up all of his salary because he's got 2 years left and he can opt out after this year. If he has a really good year, he can opt out and become a free agent again. And the Yankees wanted them to pick up part of his salary. I think now with the Cubs getting Tucker, they might be a little bit more inclined to be like, we really should try a little bit harder to get rid of him. We don't want to be paying him his 26, 27 million, and then Tucker his 17, or Tucker's going to arbitration. So I think he's projected to get like 17 or 18 million. So I don't think the Cubs want to pay that much money. So maybe the Yankees' chances have now improved to get Bellinger. And it's a question of, is he a first baseman or is he going to go out to left field? He could do either one. So we shall see. Because then they're still, put him out in left field. And who's the free agent? Christian Walker?
I do not want them to sign Christian Walker. He's 34 years old. We do not, and I'm going to borrow from Mike Francesa, we do not need an aging right-handed first baseman.
Then who do you want to play for? Okay, so then you're get Bellinger, put him at first, and I still need an outfielder.
Maybe it's Bellinger in left, then maybe you're putting Ben Rice at first. I don't know.
We'll see.
Let me look up free agent first baseman. Who else is out? That's really the only one that they talk about, unless they're going to trade for somebody.
I don't think there's anybody else floating around for first base.
Or maybe you're putting a Bellinger at first, and you got Dominguez in center, Judge in right, and maybe Trent Grisham is your left fielder. Or you could put Oswaldo Cabrera in left. Or you could put Oswaldo Cabrera at first. He played first base in the playoffs. Why not?
That's true.
Play everywhere.
And again, if he bats 245 or 250, it's an improvement.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm getting totally away from everything with the positions now and whatnot. I
That's
just
fine.
think this year they better rest Mr. Volpe a little bit more often. I think he wears down. He gets into bad habits. So I think you got to sit him a little bit more often than they did this past year and keep him fresh.
I think maybe what we see is somebody like an Oswaldo Peraza being an extra infielder.
Yeah,
maybe he can also play the outfield.
Yeah, now that they traded away Caleb Durham, so maybe that does finally open the door for Peraza. He could play short, he could play second, he could play third. Maybe he's that fill-in guy.
They have again. It's a good thing. I don't want to say they didn't, because if they had their choice, I think they wanted to bring Juan Soto back. I think it's good that they couldn't sign him, because you might be thinking this is going to hurt. They still have Aaron Judge. Okay. They still have Giancarlo Stanton, right? This team is still going to have offense. They are going to find a way.
Yeah.
You can look at it this way. They lost Juan Soto. They put Judge back in right field. They've upgraded their right field corner outfield defense.
Yep.
Their new right fielder is the reigning AL MVP.
Yeah. I'm not going to argue with it. Again, we just got to see, like, what do they actually do? We got people in the farm system that we just mentioned that they can fill them in. They could put them in positions. But again, like, do things change by the next time we have a podcast? Is Cody Bellinger now a Yankee? Is what's his face from Houston? Is he playing third base? We'll see. We'll see what we got.
Well, as it stands now, we're kind of doing this every 2 weeks in the off-season thing. So our next episode would be December 27th as we ring in the new year, acknowledge Christmas, and we'll see what Yankees are under the Christmas tree.
Under the Christmas tree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's still players on the team that I think we both agree can be used for trade bait. I mean, Stroman, Trevino.
Yeah.
They can go. They signed Grisham. He could be traded. He's got a contract-friendly number on his head.
There's also talk that the Padres are interested in dealing some of their higher-priced veterans. Maybe they can acquire a Luis Arraez, who is a 3-time or back-to-back league batting champion. He looked nice at the top of the lineup. I also I saw that maybe Fernando Tatis Jr. was available, to which I said, no, we don't need a guy who's been steroid suspended coming to the Yankees and going through that again. So
yeah, no,
not interested in that. Do you want to go around the league real quick?
Go around the league. Go ahead. I'll follow you.
All right. So some moves of note that stood out to me. Let's see. The San Francisco Giants, they signed shortstop Willy Adames, which that could have been a big move for the Yankees to sign, but that happened before Juan Soto was not signed.
Yeah, he didn't want to wait around. He took it. So
the Orioles signed free agent catcher Gary Sanchez and promptly announced that they're moving in the fences in left field at Camden Yards again.
They announced that before they signed him.
I know.
But, I mean, you signed Gary Sanchez as your backup catcher.
And they signed Tyler O'Neill to play left field. So by moving the fence, it's a smaller outfield for him.
Yeah, it's still not Fenway Park though, Tyler. So it's not. They didn't move it into where it was. They just brought it back slightly.
A little bit. Let's see. The Dodgers, they signed outfielder Michael Conforto.
Yeah, that was strange.
The Boston Red Sox, they signed Aroldis Chapman.
Yeah, I thought he was dead. Yeah, he's 37 years old. Wait till he comes back and pitches in Yankee Stadium. Oh, is he going to hear it?
The Brewers, a couple days ago, picked up former Yankee pitcher Davy Garcia. They signed him to a minor league contract and invited him to spring training.
Okay.
The Tigers, they signed free agent pitcher Alex Cobb. So there you go. Let's see what else. Just kind of going through this.
Corbin's still out there. Who's going to sign him?
I don't know. Not sure. Let's see.
It's not going to be us. That's for sure.
Oh, this poor guy's name, Angel Bastardo.
Hey, with a last name like that, you got to call the kid Angel.
That's true. Let's see. The Yankees, they made a deal with the Red Sox. They sent catching prospect Carlos Narvaez to the Red Sox for pitcher Elmer Rodriguez Cruz and future considerations. Other big things. The White Sox, they traded Garrett Crochet to the Red Sox. What else we got?
Yeah, I read the Red Sox better be ready to be looking up at everybody again this year.
Yeah. Oh, the White Sox, big move here. A couple days ago, they signed free agent right fielder Mike Tauchman. Cleveland re-signed Shane Bieber. What else going through the league? Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, there's still guys out there. I just don't know.
Tampa Bay signed free agent catcher Danny Jansen. The Rangers re-signed Evaldi. And
what's his face? Hernandez still didn't re-sign with the Dodgers.
No, so obviously you still got, maybe you sign him and he'll go play left field.
Yeah, he's not the best defensive player though.
Well, a lot of Major League Baseball players don't play great defense. They're one step away from being in the NBA.
Oh,
yeah. So had the Yankees not made any moves at the winter meetings, I think this would have been a much more miserable sounding episode of the podcast as we bitched and moaned and complained about Juan Soto. But
yeah, if they hadn't done anything, we'd be sitting here like, well, what are they waiting for? What's going on?
Especially if you're seeing other moves being made. So, you know, I think Cashman is cooking. I think Hal Steinbrenner is going to spend money. They just need to be responsible. You know, I don't know that I mean, the 8 years, $218 million for a 31-year-old pitcher, I don't know if that was the wisest spending of money.
But pitchers that were available, I think they were all in that age range. It was just a question of like what quality is the pitcher.
Yeah,
I think Burns would have cost them more than that. So I guess it's just a question of, well, again, now they got the starting pitcher, they got the relief pitcher. Now we just got to get some position players. Got to start filling somebody's holes.
Yeah, and Corbin Burns is also a 1994 kid. He is 30 years old, and he will turn 31 in October of next year. So this will be his full age 30 season.
Yeah, so like I said, we got to see. Do we have a first baseman? Do we have a left fielder? We're talking 3 positions: first, left, and third. Are they going to fill all 3 by the next time we talk? No, but hopefully,
I'd be willing to bet that those issues will be taken care of before Christmas, because it seems like the league is moving. It seems like, all right, big free agent falls, and let's go. Let's make moves now.
Yeah, we'll see.
Or you know what? Actually, you know what? Maybe not, because you know we're not signing guys next week and doing press conferences the week of Christmas. We'll see.
We'll see.
We shall see. All right. Let's do our trivia question for this episode. You dug deep into your bag of knowledge. What do you have for us this time?
Okay. The trivia question is, Babe Ruth hit how many home runs against the New York Yankees?
All right. We will have that answer for you and more in our next episode, which should come your way. We'll record it on December 27th, so it'll come your way on New Year's weekend. They're here at the end of 2024. Send us your answers to the question. Email us feedback@chasefor28.com. Connect with us on Twitter @chasefor28pod. You could send us a voicemail at chasefor28.com/voicemail. We're also on Instagram @chasefor28pod. It's going to do it for episode number 88 of the podcast. Want to thank you for joining us. Thank you to SeatGeek. If you're looking for sporting event tickets over the winter, check out the SeatGeek app. Use our promo code CHASE428 at checkout, and you can save $20 off your first order. Go to chasefor28.com/SeatGeek. Anything else, Pop?
Yeah, that's it. We're in a holding pattern.
All right. Well, from the podcast Padre and me to you, happy holidays. Whatever you celebrate, be safe, be smart, and enjoy the holiday season. We will be back at the end of December. Go Yankees.